quick review of the Carl F. Bucherer Patravi Scubatec. This is a watch that I've owned for the last 9 months and have worn every day. I'm making this video because quite a number of people have asked me about this watch. And I think the first thing you want to know about the watch, it's very unique and it's bold. It's clearly a diver's watch, but it has its own take on it. There's not a lot of homages in the market of this watch. It blazes its own trails. It's its own unique design. And I think for that, it's a watch you might want to take a closer look at. The watch is a luxury watch, and it's evident. The Carl F. Bucherer team did a phenomenal job in every sense of the word in their case-making skills. The case itself, the bracelet, the links, everything about this watch exudes top-notch finishing and attention to detail and luxury. Now, a few things that I like about the watch, especially, is the masculine band. Now, it's 22 millimeters lug to lug and it tapers down to 20, so it is it's a substantial bracelet. But what I really like about it is the micro adjust feature. And I got to tell you that after having this, I couldn't live with it. I could not live with it on another watch. It's that great. It's something that you'd want on every single watch you own, to adjust in the heat, adjust in the cold. It's absolutely perfect. Now the dial is unique as well, and that is because it looks like fish scales. The way this watch works in the light is phenomenal. It's actually one of the best watches I've ever seen in the light because the indices are highly polished and highly beveled, and so whichever angle the light is hitting the face, it's going to reflect off the indices. And the way it plays upon the fish scale dial is phenomenal. And it's something that, unless you've seen the watch prior to you purchasing it, it's really a positive. Is there a negative to the watch? Because generally speaking, I'm beyond happy. It's a great watch. And it does exactly what I purchased this for, to be an everyday watch, to be at home, regardless of what I'm wearing. Suit, tie, bathing suit, it does well in every situation that I put the watch in. And it looks great, and people ask about it all the time. So it's great from that respect. Are there things that I would change about the watch? Well, I'm going to be highly critical here because, as I said, it's something, again, it's a watch that I would highly suggest it to anybody. But if I were to be a little bit nitpicking on it, I would suggest a little bit more information on the movement. And I think Carl F. Bucherer, they do a great job on their website, and they're very slick with their marketing. However, it would be very nice to know the type of movement, because what you're told when you purchase this, it's a CFB 1950.1 movement. That really what that is a Salida 200 chronometer grade. That is what's in there. Now, I'm fine with that aspect. It would be nice, though, if the Bucherer team could give you some more information on what the movement is, because Bucherer does have their own movement. They have their own watchmaker. So my question would be, is anybody substantially changing, touching anything about the movement? And you don't know. There's no picture of it online. I'm certainly not going to open up the case to try to find it out. So that would be something that the Bucherer team could work on. I might know more about your brand ambassador than I do about the movement inside the watch. So that is, I think, an oversight that should be corrected. But the movement itself is very accurate. Now, last month, it was slow. It lost 89 seconds over 30 days, so it's well within the COCS specs. And that's without winding the watch. I haven't wound the watch months. And that's without a watch winder. That's just sitting on my desk in the same position. Now, this month, I changed the positions a little because I feel like I could get it to be even more accurate. And right now, we're almost through 28 or 29 days of the month, and I'm about 49 seconds off. So it made a difference. And what I've been doing is I take the watch in the evening and I put the watch in this position. Okay, so the crown is up, and it seems to lose a little bit less time that way. The 38-hour power reserve, while sounds like it's enough for an everyday watch, I assumed it to be enough for an everyday watch. Over the last 9 months, it probably has stopped 2 to 3 times in over 9 months. And that's the first time that an everyday daily wearer has stopped. Maybe I need to be a little bit more active, but this small, it's a small criticism, but it's there. I think the date could be a little bit bigger. The watch is large and bold, as I said, but the date aperture seems to be one you would find on a smaller watch. Again, is that is that my eyes? Is that normal? I would say that Bucherer, for the next iteration, could do a panoramic date or a big date like Glashut Original. So that's an option that I think should be looked at because the watch is more than big enough to accommodate a big date feature. I want to talk a little bit about the rubber strap that's available for this watch. Now, as you can see, I chose, and I believe I chose wisely, the metal bracelet. The bracelet is superb. I did try on the rubber strap, and maybe it's an aesthetic, but I just didn't care for it. And one of the things I didn't care for it is I didn't like the name Scubatec written on the side of it. I thought, truthfully, a watch of a certain price point that seemed a little tacky. But I think you could get away with it on a stainless steel watch. This watch can look quite a bit different than the watch that I purchased. For an example, you could get a gold watch with a blue face and a rubber strap. Totally different look. Truthfully, though, the next version of this watch should have, I believe, a classier rubber strap option. And as a suggestion, I would look at putting the Bucherer logo, which is on the crown and on the dial, perhaps putting it a raised or an offset logo here. I think it would look very good. The crown does stand above the crown guard, so there is that risk of it digging in, and it actually does. But short of that, the watch itself has been a real pleasure, and it's been a joy to own. Just very small criticisms of what I would consider a very well executed dive watch. But let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below in the comment section or a question. Be happy to answer it.